What's going on, everybody? This is Malel here, and I'm here to bring a review of the latest Boku no Villain Academia chapter review. But first off, I want to give a shout out to the Raptors for ending the Warriors dynasty last night. Kawhi ended the Heat, the Spurs, and the Warriors in a span of 4 or 5 years. Shout out to him. But most importantly, Boogie Cousins didn't get a ring. Oh, bum ass nigga. I just I don't even like the Pelicans that much, even though I'm from New Orleans. But I don't really like how he did them. That's why I don't really rock with Cousins like that. I mean, besides the whole trying to get a ring the easy way, easier than KD to be in fact. But ain't nobody worrying about that bum. And now he going back to Sacramento for $1 and a ring pop. So kudos to him for trying to do it, but it failed. He reminds me of that Brian nigga with the meme that's like that white guy. I'll show it up. I'll show it in the video later on, or as I'm talking anyway. But anyway, let's get to the chapter. We start the chapter off with Twice giving a speech about making clones and telling the Liberation Army boss that he's about to get that work. Twice makes clones of everyone except for Shigaraki because he didn't want him to think that he'll die. But the Liberation boss, he's literally just standing there not phased at all. Twice makes a run for Girin, but Rikia, yeah, I looked up that nigga's name because I didn't really feel like calling him the Liberation boss constantly. Killed the clone so fast that Dabian the Dark Magician, aka Mr. Compress, couldn't even see how he did it. Rikia tells him if you make another clone, I'll kill Girin. Shigaraki's feeling himself, so he tells Twice not to worry. You gave us a fighting chance, we won't let you down. And plus, it's only one man. Dobby and Mr. Compress charge in. Twice tries to stop them, but Reed Destro, that's his nickname, activates third gear, or gear third, and kills them too. Keep in mind that these are clones, and not really Dobby and Mr. Compress. He starts talking that big shit, being disgusted that him and the league are competing in the same ring. He's basically saying that he's far more superior than the league. The only way the league are superior than him is because of All For One. And I'm pretty sure I wonder how they felt about Overhaul. Huh. Well, we won't find that out anytime soon. It turns out that when Twice was coming to rescue him, it turns out that Girin actually gave up and snitched on him. He gave out the intel. He tried to hold on as long as he could, but he started snitching. He started singing like First 48. Twice tells him not to apologize for not doing anything wrong. The boss man sneaks up behind them and tells them that they are playing make-believe villains if they still have emotions getting in the way of their convictions or objectives. As he's getting ready to kill them both, Shigaraki comes from the side and attacks him. Rikia thought that was just the Shigaraki clone he killed earlier, but it's actually the real deal. Rikia, I might just start saying Redestro. Redestro gets excited and wants to test Shigaraki's work. He starts to explain the backstory of quirks and how the government limited who can use them and who can't. No matter how many times you change the name, it's still the same thing. Rikia explains to Shigaraki that he's the descendant of Destro and has inherited his will on some Naruto shit and is named the Reed Destro. Shigaraki's had enough and tells Twice to make a cushion if he wants to protect Girin, because after the first attack, he got stuck in the window frame and saw someone. He says, he's coming. We all know who he's talking about. Nah, I'm just playing. It's Gigantor or whatever his name is. Giganimic, whatever the fuck his name is. The giant nigga. Shigaraki uses his new ultimate finisher to destroy the tower and possibly Redestro so that they can get back to the fighting him. But to Shigaraki's surprise, he's still alive. He says, A human supposed to die from falling from high buildings. Are you the boss? Now wait, does he think that's all for one testing him or something? Or maybe I'm just reading that wrong. Maybe he's saying that like this dude, I don't know. Like when I read that, I'm thinking he's talking about like, is he supposed to be all for one or something? He's testing him. He somehow broke out of jail and is testing them or something. Maybe that's what I'm reading. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Let me know what y'all think. All I can say is if this dude must be real powerful in order for him to even think that he's actually all for one disguised as somebody else. He's using the transformation jutsu clone to be as someone else. But you know, Redestro is pissed and says it's too late. You already lost your chance to find out. And that ends the chapter. Now this was a great chapter, and it was good seeing the boss of the Liberation Army actually be a beast and not some bum that just sits back and gives orders without getting his hands dirty. You know, this whole Liberation Army thing, it reminds me of the X-Men. You know, with everybody, everybody with quirks facing discrimination and being mistreated just like all of my fellow black kings and queens. Shout out to y'all. And not everybody loves heroes. It's funny how the X-Men still ain't getting loved by anybody, and they've been in the game for years. Let me stop. Also, the whole idea with the government making laws for people with superpowers, it reminds me of the Sokovia Accords from Civil War, the movie. Or if you want to be technical, the Registration Act from the comics. Basically, well, if you don't know what it is, basically, if you don't sign up, you're labeled a vigilante and you'll get sent to jail. Same rules apply in My Hero. If you're not registered with a Pro Hero license, then you can never use your quirk, ever, no matter what. Even if somebody's robbing you and you got a quirk and they don't have a quirk but you do, you can't do it. You just gotta take that L. And if you do use it, you'll get labeled a villain or vigilante. It depends on what you use or what you're using the quirk for. It depends on what you're using it for, and get sent to jail. We also got some animation designs and a release date for season 4 of My Hero, which is October 12th. Now I just want to point out that I'm really hyped for the fights that are gonna be animated this season, bro. Like you have no fucking idea. If you're an anime watcher only and you're somehow watching this review, first of all, I don't know why you're still here. I said this last time. I don't know why you're here, but kudos to you, man. But anyway, y'all don't know, bro, you don't fucking know what's coming, bro. Man, I was like literally the other day, I was thinking, that we got Bone Studios, bro. They are like god tier with fights. We saw what they did for the last 3 seasons. Come on, All Might versus Nomu, Bakugo versus Deku round 2, All Might versus All for One. Come on, man. If bruh, I can't even talk about it, bruh. I can't even talk about what's coming, bruh. Bone Studios, bruh. Man, I already know, bruh. They go they gonna shut shit down. They gonna shut shit down on the timeline, bro. On Twitter, bro, on social media, bro. When that certain fight happens, I'm talking about the final fight between you know who and you know who. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. That's because I ain't trying to give out no spoilers. You know what I'm saying? Because some people might not have read the manga or anything. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you never know. That's all I have for you today. Detroit, smash that like button, but don't break your body like Deku. Share, subscribe, comment, and remember, go beyond. Plus Ultra.